Alright, so this is an update for Ironman Boise week 15, 16, 17, I think is where we're at. Um, this was a 14-hour training week. After I get done with this, I still need to go out and do an easy 100 revolutions per minute, about an hour, which it doesn't take me too long. I just zip out here and go out Blue Lakes for a little bit. And then that should wrap up 14 hours for week 17. So then we just have a week 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 is actually the race week. So I need to make sure that I'm getting dialed in for that. I went out and rode yesterday with a group of guys, and I ended up doing about 50 or 60, I think 65 miles yesterday, and then followed by a run. But it reiterated to me that I need to be doing some more hills because I don't know what this course in Boise really looks like. And man, that first 20 miles or so yesterday just kicked my butt. We went out to Twin Falls and rode down into the canyon and then back out, and then looped back and hit Shoshone Falls and down into the canyon and back out. And then I split off from the group from there because they were pretty much done. And I headed into the wind out to Buell, which was about another 20 miles, 25 miles maybe from where we were, and turned around and came back. So that was the extent of my ride yesterday, but my legs this morning are killing me. Before church, I went out and did a 75-minute run, or probably closer to 80-minute run, that dips down into the canyon on this side. And man, my legs are just shredded. My thighs are just shredded. So I really am going to take care to do a good recovery bike ride today. And then hopefully do a good recovery rest day tomorrow. And sometimes, I think people get confused when I say a rest day. I'm not saying that there's no movement involved. What I am saying is that I'm staying out of my high heart rate zones. So I'm staying out of my zone 2s. I'm staying out of my zone 4. So really, like walking is great. And very often I'll do that on a Monday. I'll go and I'll walk for 2 hours or whatever, and I'll walk way over to the bridge and watch people jump and stuff. So, you don't want to be sedentary. That's not what we're talking about when we're talking about a rest day. So, next week, week 18, we have an Olympic distance lined up that'll be kind of the chance for me to test my process and make sure that I have in place the things that I want to, just to kind of do a dry run for my T1s and T2, and to make sure that I have all my equipment together. And hopefully next Friday will also be the first time that I get an opportunity to go and do a swim out in open water. I have a friend who has got a kayak, and she said she'd be happy to paddle along with me. So hopefully we can make that happen Friday. Next week's a little hinky with that race thrown in there at the end of the week, but as I said, was 14 hours this week. As soon as I do an extra hour here on the bike, and the peak training for a half Ironman distance tops out about 16, at about 16 hours a week. I tend to do a little bit more, between 1 and 2 hours more than that. So I'm starting to feel pretty good. Now that I realize I need to get a couple more hills going, I can integrate that into the last several weeks that I have to build, and that should be good. So that's kind of where I am right now. Other than that, feeling good, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll keep you posted as the date draws nearer.